throw on some music here. Was not prepared for that part. All right. What's up, everybody? All right. There we go. Hey, what's up? Oh, there we go. Hey, what's up, guys? People be rolling in right now. All right, so I'm gonna get started on doing this. Seems like for some reason you guys have really that's weird. Ah. There we go. My opacity. There we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Got 37 people in. All right, now let's get to that now that we figured out why the pen wasn't working. Seems like some of you guys like me doing these for whatever reason. Not doing an exact, we're just doing shape study breakdown, really. So interesting. So her body is actually moving. Her body is actually going this way. What's up? Got 53 people in. Good to see everybody. What's up, ASA? What's up, W3RD115? What's up, Dark Artist 23? What's up, Jonas? What's up, Said? What's up, Vash? Alright. Let's continue. It's not really showing it that far down, but I just decided to do that. Now, alright. So I got a super chat here. Thank you very much for the super chat, Studio Box Manga. I really appreciate it. Yo, Kuzo, I've got a 2-week break. How can I get better, like, improve? And what is your painting process? Thanks a heap. No problem, man. And thank you a bunch for the super chat. In 2 weeks, I don't know, you might want to look at what your weaknesses are, but fundamentals are always a good thing to practice. Gesture, shape. Like the boring stuff is very important. So you could practice like perspective and everything like that. So basically, to get better, you always want to try to drawing like this and having that happen keeps on because I'm drawing like from afar, not like directly above. You can start drawing it more above. But I always recommend perspective and stuff. Within 2 weeks, I would say just try to brush up on the things that you know you're having a hard time with. The whole point of trying to, what I try to get people to do is learn how to draw shapes in perspective, because once you can do stuff like that and it's more fluid and it's easier and you understand how to take a shape and move it around like this, take cylinders, move cylinders around. Basically, at that point, when you can start moving all these things around, is when you can start creating stuff like this. So you can take like that hip shape and go ahead and move it around in different angles. And all these shapes are just more complicated versions of these shapes, because I could come in here, cut in the middle piece here, cut in there, and then bam, we have the hip shape. This is the whole point of doing these shapes in perspective and stuff. It's to get you ready to be able to do more fluid form in perspective. So that helps a lot. But I do recommend that type of stuff, but yeah. Practicing these basic shapes are very would help out a lot. I actually have a YouTube video. It's I forgot the title of it, but it's the one where I basically show how I break down the human body into these very simple shapes. And by practicing these shapes, these are the shapes that the human body is made up of, like the simplified version. From there, it's almost like having a texture that you put over once you go and you want to learn like more detailed anatomy. The rest of it's just basically texture and other pieces of form that you put in. So learning these basic shapes and then practicing them would be the best thing you could do in the 2 weeks, I would say. But also my painting process is just like a super simplified version of it, which it's already pretty simple to begin with. It's like having a yellow here. That's our, let's say actually a lighter version of that. Say this is our base. Now if we wanted a shadow, we would simplified version, stair step, and then we have a shadow. And then I go in with one more darker, deeper shadow. And that's pretty much the basic of my painting process when you get down to it, because you can actually, and that's how a lot of things are. I have almost 3 things that I do, 3 to 4 things. You do the base, you come in, you put a shadow, and then you have a even darker shadow, and then I do highlights. Now, the key is actually to know where to put those things, while on top of that, knowing how to use the color. So, all right, let's get back to our. So painting gets kind of complicated, or coloring gets kind of complicated. All right, well, we got that one. I don't like how sketchy this middle part is, but I'd say it's still fine though. All right, let's go ahead and grab this, move it over. Let's make it a little smaller. Let's maybe let's do one of these ones. Let's do this one right here. What's up, everyone? 82 people, and didn't share this to my Instagrams, but so we're probably not gonna have as many people this one. Maybe I should. We are 11 minutes in. Rookie says, "Am I the only one that does a draw along with the stream?" I'm sure you're not. So this one got a little intense, trying to figure out how this all lands here. Now, I think I don't like that. So she has this gesture kind of going here where it really pushes out at that end. Ooh, that's super loud. Pushes out at that end. That's how I described it. How do you learn the perspective? By knowing, you just look up 1, 2, and 3 point perspective, and then you draw based on those rules, which I actually have my video. I just one of my videos, Learn How to Draw Anything Part 1, that actually goes over the basic concept of 1, 2, and 3 point perspective, and that's on my main channel. Because basically all you need to do is know the rules and then actually draw within those rules, those parameters, the rule set that is given. That's good enough for now. I feel like there's more I could accomplish here. Basically, you just gotta draw in that and draw perspective, shapes and perspective a lot to kind of get the grasp of it and become very familiar with it. Guess let's try this one out. All right, let's do this. Got a basic direction there. And this. Ooh, got some thunder outside. It's actually raining here. Raining, finally. I was tired of all the freaking hot weather. What's up, 106 people, and good to see everybody. I might go ahead and throw this up on my Instagram that I'm live. There, go ahead and go take a photo like this. Yeah, and then go. And then write down, now live on my Kuzo YT channel. No, live on my Kuzo YT channel. All right, there we go. Now let's go here, bam. All right, 114 people, and good to see everybody. Also, man, I posted something about drawing from my iPad to my my computer, and man, a bunch of people looked at that story. Like, a lot of people looked at that story. I was like, what? And the only reason why I actually did that was, first of all, I did it through AstroPad. It's an app, and I think it only works from iPad to Mac. And the other thing is, the only reason why, like, there's no reason if you had an iPad to do that before you had a reason to do it, because Clip Studio wasn't on the iPad. Now there's no reason to do it. Like, it's completely useless. It's way more fluent to draw on the iPad. So much more fluent. It's ridiculous. They optimized it for the iPad, so it's just better to do it that way. Yeah, I'm using Pinterest. Just look at some comments here. Because have you stopped at the redesign series? Not specifically stopped it, but yeah, I haven't done anything for a while on it because the redesign series is a lot of like fan art stuff, and I took a huge step back from doing any sort of fan art stuff for a while. Does copying sketches develop your understanding of shapes? I mean, if you're breaking it down in that capacity. So one thing I'm always looking at, the reason why I said it the way it is, because you can copy something at face value without trying to understand why it's like that. Or for example, me looking at this and being like, okay, what's the form of this leg? What's the perspective it's in? And this is me knowing the form, figuring out the form, and stuff like that. So that is what's important. I could draw this at face value, knowing that things just go specific directions and not understanding how they are sitting in space. Like, for example, someone could also learn how to, someone could copy the lighting perfectly on this, but not try to understand that the lighting's coming from here, and then there's also lighting coming from over there. That's why you see lighting hitting here, light hitting here, but then there's a shadow right here. So you could literally just copy this, but not try to understand it, is what I'm trying to say. So you want to actually break down this stuff. But yes, doing studies of other people's sketches would help you understand shapes. Let's do this top one here. Okay, it's kind of covering up her head, but her head is at a slight tilt here. And what a lot of this stuff does that I'm doing right now, it's the base version of what you do to get the structure for a study that you would actually completely finish, you know? This is me just practicing the anatomy of it, the basic shape direction of the anatomy. And this helps you also kind of notice these small things. If you're really paying attention to what you're doing, it helps you notice these small directional changes, how almost nothing is straight when you really look at it. Everything's, and if it is, there's so many other body parts that aren't straight in the whole scene, the whole picture. So much nuance. Also, so I went ahead and was doing, I do have another video coming for redrawing old art. I got that coming. And yeah. So apparently I started having this problem the better I got with YouTube, where you want your drawing to not be too slow in the time lapse, right? But I started drawing it. Basically, I started drawing it too fast for the time lapse, and now the video is starting to be too short. And I'm like, oh no. So I want to slow down the time lapse somehow. Because I ended up basically drawing the whole sketch part of it in under about a minute, under 2 minutes, in the time-lapse version. And I was like, oh, no, that's not good. Like, the video is supposed to be over 10 minutes. So I have to fill up the rest of the video with like inking. YouTube problems. Someone said, am I the only one who draws while Kuzo draws? Someone literally said that earlier, so definitely not. How can I learn muscles better? Study them. You have to go and draw them. You have to find the reference and actually draw them. That's quite literally how I did it. So I found it on Pinterest. I basically found a bunch of like, the cool thing about Pinterest is basically just like what I'm looking at here. If I don't really want to go away from it quite yet, let's hurry up and finish this real quick. The reason why I always say Pinterest is because once you find that one thing that helps you out, Pinterest allows you to keep on looking for those things over and over again. Now let me show you what I mean. So you asked about anatomy. This is my Pinterest stuff. So anatomy. Literally, I actually need to watch out with YouTube's a little crazy about this stuff. Okay, so like I can go here and you'd be like, oh, I like how the body structure is broken down here, right? So you go down and there's more of this type of stuff and you can keep on saving it. So you can find stuff like this. This is a little bit more complicated. You can find stuff like this maybe. And then you can scroll down, a bunch more stuff like that. You can click another one, scroll down, a bunch more stuff. You just start saving things. And this is why, I don't know where the anatomy thing is, but I recommend Pinterest. Where is it? Poses. There. Let's do that one. Actually, we are 28 minutes in. I should start inking my manga here. Hold on a second. I'm making sure there is nothing. Okay. Push this over. We're gonna be, oh, it's that one. I wanted to do this one. It's just 146 people, and good to see everybody. Hello, hello. Do you know Chainsaw Man, Kuzo? Yes, I have heard of it. Haven't watched it or anything yet. If the Flash were to draw, it would be Kuzo. No. Nah, not that good. Alright, so we got that. Get this directional. No, because it's still moving in this direction. And then hips and stuff, definitely right there. Direction should be more. I would have to say the best advice to getting better is trying to become a better problem solver. And you can learn to be a better problem solver. You really can. You just have to start asking yourself questions and then trying to figure out the answer to them. So, well, why does this look bad? Maybe start from the beginning and be like, well, what direction should, like when you're doing these types of studies, that's why I broke down. I wasn't very good at studies, so I broke down, okay, how to do a study, how to figure this out. Direction, like the shape, direction, form, perspective. But perspective and form kind of go hand in hand in their own sort of way. Because form is very relevant to perspective, because the form of the object, in order to have form, there is perspective. Because perspective is part of 3D space. And that's how I broke down how to do studies a little better for myself. And I'm still not perfect with it. Like, for example, this, I really don't think these legs are... I think I actually need to do something like that with it. And I even made this a little bit masculine. But, yeah, masculine. Oh, I actually like it. These are very dynamic poses. Like that. These are very dynamic. I wasn't actually going to do another one. I was actually going to move on to the manga, but doing this one here. This looks very bad the way I'm doing this. Okay, so the body's going this direction and then this direction. We actually do not see the thigh of that leg. It just comes. It's just hidden behind with this foot here. All right, well, that was good. And see, now it has all of these different poses. That's why I like the fact that that was so dynamic, because then I knew it would give me more dynamic poses. Dang, well, that's gonna be fun. We can pull out some of those for next time. All right, let's do some inking here. Alright, let's go down to this one. $146 people, and good to see everybody. He deserves 1 billion subs. No, I would be happy with even 50K. I'm happy with what I have now. Actually, I don't really care how many subs I have. I care more about how many people actually watch the videos. The moment he gets 1 billion subs, I'll be there. I think I might be there too. Nah, just playing. Of course I'd be there. Shoot. I think I need to... Let's do that. Yeah. What's up, guys? How'd you get really good at anatomy and perspective? I just practiced a lot. That really is it. You find the stuff and you practice it a lot. I mean, kind of like what I was talking about earlier. I try to figure out, well, what makes up anatomy? Well, essentially, everything is a more complicated version of a simple shape. So I decided, well, I need to be able to draw these simple shapes really well then. And then from there, you slowly learn how to do them, those simple shapes, more complicated. And that's when I realized, wow, you know, everything in life is you take the first step, which is the beginning. A lot of the time we want to skip straight to the end. The truth is, there's a lot of crap in between. You gotta take it one step at a time. And then you realize, once you start like getting deep into like learning how to draw, you realize everything in life is actually extremely similar. When you're thinking about biology, what's the smallest version of, they're always trying to find the smallest part that makes up the human body, like cells and stuff. The smallest part of drawing is basically the fundamentals. And everything in drawing is just shapes in perspective. When it comes to like learning how to draw, when it comes to like concepts such as color theory, it's a bit different. Like color theory is an actual, first of all, it's a theory. It's not actually real. It's just a theory. It doesn't mean it's actually true, because it's like saying red looks better next to green, but that's actually subjective. That's not, it's that is very opinion based. That's why they call it color theory. But that it just is. There's speech bubble. Ha! Try to do one over on me. I got you. I guess I'll go ahead and draw this. I wasn't gonna draw this speech bubble up here, but because this is all right. So this is on the very top here, because what we need to do next, let's go ahead and go to white. And boom. Let's draw some Owen. Let's ink some Owen. Oh, big. Keep on hearing these sounds, and I think it's people below me. I'm like, is someone in my apartment? So basically, I've been trying to figure out a way to stream digitally while showing my screen. And came to the conclusion that I really just need to do it on my computer. And I went to try to use my Cintiq, right? Well, that doesn't work, so I'm going to figure something out. I actually found a really weird workaround for my old tablet where I can actually get the tablet screen to mirror onto my Mac screen, and then technically I could just live stream and then it would be there. But the only problem is it's like this dumb little square. It's still the square that the iPad is shaped in. That's the only part that I don't like about the iPad, is when it comes to doing live stream content or stuff like that. The aspect ratio is just so much different than all the other things. Hey Kuza, can you do a realistic art video, please? Maybe at some point. I've thought about doing it. I'm just not as good as a lot of people are doing realism. I'm in your apartment, says Iconix. Icna? Oh, right. Hey, Mr. Mari just joined. What's up? What you doing? I'm just inking some manga. Can I draw an egg? Yeah, just draw One Punch Man's head. Simple. There we go. Got 140 people in here. Good to see everybody. Thank you, everyone who is in. If you actually went live on your main channel, how many viewers do you think you would get? I have no idea. I have noticed that my numbers over here, like not after a stream, because I noticed that a lot of people get really good numbers after a stream on their main channel, because you know they have all their subs there. I've noticed that my concurrent live viewers isn't too bad for my channel size, especially for this channel size compared to like other people when they're using their main channel. And I'm like, oh, that's actually not too bad. It is lower by like sometimes 100, 150, depending on the person. So if I did on my main channel, I don't know, I might get up to like 300 maybe. The first time I would get quite a few. I know that's how it always is when you do it for the first time on a main channel or something, and then it dips by almost like a third the next time you do it. All right. All right. We are at 50 minutes. All right. We are going to be ending the stream pretty soon here. Yeah, I might have to get like a tablet for my computer. I don't know. Then I always also have the option to try to like do it with a video camera. Because technically, I could just stream. I could, if I had a really good resolution camera, I could stream like that. Oh, things to think about. Things to think about. The only thing that makes me mad right now is the fact that I could do that, but my computer is a little older, so the ports on it aren't like all these main ports you have nowadays. Kind of annoying. What tablet? Wait, you make the manga, you make the bounty skate? Not sure what you mean there, but yes, I'm drawing bounty skate. Someone says, what happened? I don't know if you're talking about like what I just said. We're gonna go read bounty skate. It's not actually out yet. Oh my, OMG, so cool. Well, thank you very much. I am not gonna pronounce that name. That was a very long name. Sorry, that camera's shaking there. How long have you been drawing for Kuzo? I don't know, a long time. I mean, at least 20 years. I mean, I've been drawing ever since I was young, but like I knew I kind of wanted to become a professional like at least 12 years ago. Because, you know, like when you're drawing when you're young, I don't know if that really counts as like part of your progression as an art at getting better, unless you're sitting there like literally drawing like anatomy and stuff and just studying. I mean, yes, you can get better, but your mind is still very much developing, and you would be able to learn. It doesn't matter if you started drawing when you were young or not. The stuff that you end up learning, you could basically, you would learn it way faster when you're older because you actually have the comprehension to be able to understand things and break things down. At least to a whole different level compared to when you're a kid. Alrighty. Alrighty, well, it's getting to be around that time, and gonna be hopping out of here, but I'm also gonna be hopping on a stream tomorrow, I believe. So It's always going to be around like 4 to 6 MDT. But yeah, in any case, hopefully everyone had a fun time here. Thank you everyone for joining in. We kept a good consistent like 130 people in here, sometimes up to 160. But maybe we can get some more as we keep on going on. But in any case, super fun. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.